Now they're just those old pictures of
up to you to protect you. And the criminals do not obey the law. Criminals do not apply for concealed carries. Criminals do not care if it says on the door of a business that you cannot carry a gun in here. Okay? We all know this, and I wonder sometimes why our city and state and federal administrators sometimes miss that point. But we'd like to get this started today. We're going to have somebody play Star Spangled Banner to open this up, and I would like to introduce him up. And your name is? This is Dan, and also known as Javelin Man. Welcome. Do we have a flag? Somebody have a flag? Here comes the rain, everybody.
Snow.
Everybody, please remove your caps. What it's all about.
Good work.
All right, so we're going to get started here. I'm going to invite one of the Ohioans For Concealed Carry guys up to talk. It's Chris, and he's going to speak a few words from the perspective of OFCC on this issue. I'd like to give Chris a welcome.
Thank you. I've been asked to do some of the logistical stuff this afternoon. It's been a long day already. But if you need to use the little boys' or little girls' room, started off talking about what's going on here in Campbell, and there's a lot of us here that are not from Campbell. But it's important to know, why do we pay attention to such things when we don't live here? Why, as Ohioans, do we need to pay attention to little towns like Campbell that think that they can thumb their nose at the Constitution of the state of Ohio? Well, it's our Constitution. That's why we pay attention. One of the things is if we fall asleep at the wheel and we let towns like Campbell that shouldn't be messing around and taking on the state of Ohio's Constitution, if we let them do that, then we're essentially complicit in what happens with the Constitution and the rest of the state. Varg mentioned the fact that this is important because if you think about the Tea Party movement and the Second Amendment movement, we share a lot of the same values, and one of those values is we understand that it's up to us to take care of us. It's not up to the government to take care of us. It's not up to the government to protect us. You might be familiar with the story from the Ashtabula County judge recently that said, because they can't afford to have enough sheriff's deputies, they said, look, you need to arm yourselves. You need to be careful. You need to be vigilant. You need to know your neighbors. Well, that makes darn good sense anyhow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why do we need to worry about when we can't afford law enforcement, to worry about protecting ourselves, to take care of our neighbors, to be vigilant and be careful. When you have a city like Campbell saying, well, we're going to tell you when you can deal with your guns, we're going to tell you how we think that you should deal with the Second Amendment from our perspective, they're basically saying, we know better than you. We know how we can take care of you. We know how you should be taken care of. And oh, by the way, the state constitution can go flush down the toilet. That's not something we're here to stand for. And as a result, like Varg said, we filed suit against them this week. And we're going to win this suit. It's not even a question. It's a slam dunk. And if there's anyone here from the city of Campbell that's listening or watching to this, you made a big mistake. I don't know if you have a ton of money sitting in a drawer that says, we're going to set this aside for frivolous lawsuits that should have been taken care of with some responsible activity by government. But apparently they do, because they're going to need to go into that drawer. One of the things that we're interested in here within Campbell is that we spread the word, and we want to support those of you that are here on a lovely day. See, here's an indication that Campbell can't afford anything. They turned off the heat. I mean, wasn't it last week it was 80 degrees? So I thought that'd be funny, but apparently not. Al Gore. What? Yeah. Huh. Someone mentioned Al Gore. Don't, you know, I just ate. So. At any rate, we're proud to be standing here with you as Ohioans for Concealed Carry. Those of us that are here from Ohioans for Concealed Carry stand with you and the Tea Party movement and the Young Americans for Liberty and the rest of you that are here from City of Campbell. We stand with you, and we're here to support you, so thank you for letting us come.
Thank you, Chris. I would like to add real quick, as the MC, I'd like to just inject a little bit of note here. If there's anybody here from Campbell, I would like to say, at least from the perspective of myself and Young Americans for Liberty at YSU, we do not oppose the regulating of somebody to put a gun business somewhere, in the sense that, I understand you had a guy that wanted to put it in an old garage somewhere or something like that. Now, we understand that there has to be security issues, secure building, and things like that, and we advocate responsible gun ownership and responsible gun business ownership as well. But you can handle this appropriately with a zoning issue or something a little less subtle than a tyrannical blanket ban. And so this is what you get when you try to do this, okay? So I would like to pass this on to our next speaker. He's a former councilman from Girard, which is an adjoining city not too far away from here. And he's going to speak from the perspective of being a former councilman, and also he is a congressional candidate, so I would invite him to say a quick word about that as well. This is Dan Modis.